Right, hey Robert, how you doing? It's good to see you. You well?
I'm good, yeah.
And I should say this is for a special going out at 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole of Scotland will be watching.
Okay, yeah.
The pressure's on, but the pressure really is on, isn't it, with this one?
Yeah, no, definitely. I guess it's more on for the next... Well, no, I guess if this one kind of doesn't live up to what people are hoping, then the second one doesn't mean anything.
Now, from the outset, it does seem like an unlikely premise. Why do you think it has, worked the way it has worked? What is it about the story?
I mean, I guess it was... For a series, the first three are so based on anticipation. And so you really have to have so much of a kind of so many different types of satisfaction in the last movie. I mean, and there's really only 3 ways to do it, which is have sex because it's about abstinence, and have a baby and get married because that's the 3 running threads throughout the series. But it's quite difficult to think of ways to make those 3 things happen. So so Stephanie came up with these completely bizarre concoctions to kind of make everything tie up. And it does, it works. Yeah. So now it's all coming to an end, how do you feel? I don't know yet. I mean, I feel like I'm still so much in the Twilight universe.
The Twilight zone. Do you want to call it?
No, I've never actually ended up used with that slipping out yet.
Go on, say it.
But yeah, I don't know, I feel like I've got another year left, and then after that I feel like, I don't know, it's going to go on for a while. And it'll take a long time for people to kind of forget it happened as well. It's just weird as well, because because it exploded so quickly, I just always expected it to kind of end quite fast as well, but it just seems to be the exact same intensity as the first one, which is at the LA premiere last night. It was bigger than all the others. Yeah. So, it's weird.
Just when you think it's settled, it's not really. Yeah. And what was the last day of filming like? I mean, do you remember it specifically? Do you remember the last scene?
I kind of had 2 last days. I had the last day with the majority of the cast, which was one of the wedding reception scenes, which was freezing cold, and it was after a week of night shoots, and everybody just kind of ran away at the end. So it was kind of underwhelming at the end. But then me and Kristen did one more additional shot, which is in the Caribbean, and it was doubling for Brazil. But that was amazing. I mean, just kind of staying on the beach. It was really warm. We didn't really have to do anything. It was really
cool in the car.
I know, it was so dark as well, so it didn't really matter because I completely lost any kind of muscle definition by that point. It was like 7 months after I went to the gym, and so I was kind of eating pizzas on the beach and stuff. We go make it a bit darker.
You can tweak it in After Effects. Yeah. There you go. I was reading some magazines, and I understand that when you got the part, there was a petition. 75,000 people signed it. They weren't happy about you getting the part.
Yeah, I mean, 75. I only read 75,000 of the objections.
There you go. Because they wanted the guy that's playing Superman. Apparently,
that was Stephanie Meyer's choice.
Really?
Yeah.
But who's got the last laugh now?
Probably him.
Well, he's got the curse of Superman. So there you go.
It's a difference.
But when you think about it, I mean, it's been a phenomenal 3 years.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's completely crazy. I mean, it's like, I still feel like such an imposter. I feel like I've kind of just fallen through a rabbit hole and ended up in this completely surreal universe where people scream at you and stuff. Because when you're shooting the movies, it feels like shooting any other movie. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the same deal. I mean, you do these premieres where you suddenly realize, okay, I mean, other premieres don't have 3,000 people camping for a week beforehand. It's it's completely crazy, and it never really seems to stop seeming surreal to me.
It does. I mean, and do you ever Google any of the fans? Because there's one fan that we've seen online, and she's screaming just watching the trailer.
I've seen that one.
You've seen that?
That's one? Amazing. That's I've had about 20 people email me that thing, but she's become a celebrity in her own right now.
I think it's 1 million hits or something.
Yeah. She's funny. I mean, she should be in the movie.
She will love that one because you've just said that.
Because she's English as well, right?
Yeah, she's from Carlisle.
Yeah.
So she is, and we know because we've contacted her. She's camped out. She's there.
I want to meet her. That's one of the people. That was pretty spectacular, that video.
And the whole fun thing about the Team Edward, the Team Jacob thing, who would win in a fight?
I mean, Taylor knows all these karate moves and stuff, but I don't know.
Are they for real or are they just for the movie?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never figured that out. I don't actually know if they would hurt. Like, I don't know. It's quite a lot smaller than me. Maybe I could just sit on them.
I'll tell them that. And did you feel the pressure? Because Taylor, he is impressive. I mean, within 30 seconds, he's got the shirt off in the movie. I mean, and I mean, I go to the gym. I've been going to the gym for 5 years, and I can't even get anywhere close to that. I mean,
Steroids.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. It's all, I mean, did you feel, body envy or anything like that, or just think, no, do you know what? I'm just going to get toned in my own way and just do it.
No, I mean, it's kind of. I mean, Taylor. It's such an unfair comparison because like Taylor, for one thing, is like a natural athlete. So it's like I'm never gonna win against him. And he also likes going to the gym. And I think that's the only thing. I mean, that's one of the biggest things I've learned after doing this series. Is like, if you want to get a six pack, for one thing, you can never ever drink alcohol ever. Yeah. Like never in your entire life. and I mean, the amount of effort Taylor had to put in. I mean, I would have gone completely crazy by the end of the series. I mean, the consistency which he has to exercise and eat as well.
Yeah, it's a science, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's so annoying because I thought there was some kind of way to cheat doing it. To start exercising like 2 weeks before you have to do it. Steroids don't work like that.
No, exactly. Not that I know. Anyway, now let's get back to the film. How does this one differ from the other three? Because it is quite markedly different.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously the story continues, but
I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of sort of the opposite plot line. I mean, it's sort of everything I was saying before. I mean, everything about the first three is the fear of completion in one form or another. Like, I mean, it's kind of, they're scared of turning into a vampire. Bella's scared of turning into a vampire. They're scared of sex. They're scared of getting married. Everyone's scared of everything. And then suddenly this one, it's just no one's scared anymore, and everything happens. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of, yeah, it's sort of the opposite, and things happen really quickly as well. Every sequence in the movie is just another momentous event that happens.
Yeah. Now, a question from fans for you: did filming the wedding give you any romantic ideas for the future? Not that we're reading between the lines in any way at all, but that's a question from fans. That's what they want to know.
I don't know. I mean, because I was doing, when guys do weddings, you always think, you don't want it to be all formal and everything. I was always thinking, it should just be like a party. I mean, it should be really fun. But I think girls, it's because it's the whole thing is like they want to have that anticipation. They want to have to walk down the aisle and everyone turns around. I mean, it's supposed to be about like, this is supposed to be your biggest day. You got to feel like a massive star or whatever. So I think all my ideas about weddings kind of go against like what people actually want.
When you saw Kirsten in the dress, just purely as a man, just seeing her, I mean, it was breathtaking in the movie. You're not going to see the clip, folks, because you have to go to see the film. What was your reaction when you saw her?
No, she looks incredible. I mean, annoyingly, I had to do this thing the first time I saw it because it was a Steadicam shot with her following her just in front of her going down the aisle. And I was trying to stay in her eye line, so I'm like walking backwards with about this much space where I could stay. So it was kind of awkward. But no, it looks great. I mean, up until that point, I was totally relaxed and everything. I mean, I didn't have to do anything. I just had to stand at the end. And then she looked so terrified, and then suddenly, you suddenly realise, I've got to act.
And finally, going forward, I mean, obviously, you want to move forward with the films. I mean, what's next for you, and will you miss playing Edward? And what do you hope fans will take away from the film?
I've got this movie. I did a movie with David Cronenberg after I finished Breaking Dawn. That's coming out, I guess, in sometime beginning of next year. And that was like, a complete departure. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of, I hardly ever find scripts that I like. So it's kind of that's basically whenever I find
kind of roles. Is that what they're offering you?
Not really. I mean, I just don't like anything. I don't like things that come out either. but it's kind of, so I mean, I guess that's kind of an easy way to decide because you just, you kind of, the two things I like a year, I basically do them. So that's that. But I mean, I guess, what do I want people to take away from it? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, because all the fans of it basically drove the series forward. I mean, I guess I hope this is a kind of satisfactory ending. I mean, I hope it also gets the shock value because I remember when the book came out and even the fans went completely crazy about it. So hopefully that will, they'll get that kind of controversy as well.
Brilliant stuff. Well, our time is up. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. Good luck with the film, and good luck going forward as well.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. Nice to see you.